What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna get that Drake up out of there. I get copyrighted. But basically, the day is June 25th. I am just giving y'all a quick update of what I got going on and what done transpired since my last couple videos. I gotta stop the I don't know why it's an automatic thing. I'm working on it. Today I am going to Daytona to the Wicklady, the real Wicklady. Obviously, by now you should know I got locks, and it's time to get out my comfort zone once again, try something different. Go get some wigs. My locks, when it was freeform, when I first started off, I did a freeform, and the lady that twisted it up the first time, she basically made locks very, very small. And now that they got long, obviously with weight and everything else, if I want to save them and keep them, I might as well go ahead and wick it up, get my roots thicker and strong. And I do not recommend bleaching your hair. I lost so much hair bleaching my hair. But anyway, neither here nor there. We're headed to the Wicklady, the real Wicklady. Hopefully she'll let me bring y'all in and get y'all some content on me actually getting the wig done. Obviously, I can't help y'all with learning how to do it because she sells those courses. So basically, I'm gonna show y'all what I can show y'all about a little bit of the process of my process of getting the wigs done. To bring y'all a little bit of content because I don't want this to look like a race channel. This ain't a podcast. It's really my life. So whatever I feel like I can bring y'all to my life. Trust me, I'm still getting used to this as well because that ain't something I do. Just grab a camera and show what I got going on. So I'm still getting used to stepping out my comfort zone. I'm bringing y'all different content. Oh, quick update with the vert build. I finally got me an engine. My mind was left, right, upside down of going 427 supercharged, 419 or 416 supercharged, turbo. Man, I was thinking a whole bunch of things, contacting a whole bunch of different places that sell the stroke kits and places that sell the whole engine itself bundle. And I just end up finding a great deal on a supercharged engine from the factory. I'm just say that. And I went in and got it Monday. I wanted to bring the camera with me, but it was just spur of the moment. It was just gotta go. So I would have probably got y'all 2 minutes of the transaction and the swap or whatever, but I'll probably give y'all a little insight on it, a little, at least bring y'all a little viewage of it. But basically, more of the story, I got the motor for the vert, so thank God, because that was my next big step. I got to get with my painter and see if anything he needs, if we can get that frame off. We still ain't got the frame off it yet. We ain't got the body off the frame. If I can go ahead and put the suspension kit on it, I'm gonna go QA1 9-inch from Quick Performance, shortened because obviously I went with 7-inch rear lip on the 4G autos. So yeah, and I got to drop off my steering wheel and my climate control for the vintage air. So quick update on that. I'll try to bring you some visuals very, very soon, but like I said, right now I'm on 95 driving, obviously, and I'm headed to the Wicklady. So yeah, hopefully I'll be right back with y'all to get y'all this content. And I don't really like doing the riding videos. I'm in the low slides, so plus I don't like not riding with music. I hate it. I just seem like I don't know how other people do it, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all some more content after I get to her and bring y'all in my process and see how it come out. Y'all let me know. Excuse me. So YouTube, we finally made it here. And that is the Wicklady herself. And we about to get it on. Gotta ask her, can I vlog a little bit? I don't want to be disrespectful and just do it without telling her, because she don't know. So be right back with y'all. So obviously we got the green light. Start a little bit of process. I'm not gonna show y'all everything. Obviously we'll speak about it. I put you back in here. I ate, so I'm a little bloated, so I'm gonna speed through a lot of it that I record because I know like you actually sell your courses, so I ain't gonna give them all the sauce.
Well, you know,
they gotta pay for that.
What God has for you, nobody can take from you.
Hey, they gotta pay for that.
And the funny thing about it is, no matter how much they try to watch me as I work, you just won't get it. It's just not something that your brain is going to be like, oh, I know how to do it.
Right. How long you been doing it now?
Whew, 13 years.
Yeah, that's a while.
When I first started doing it, a lot of the girls used to try to come with the guys, act like their girlfriends, and like watch me. But yeah, it put me in a position where I ended up starting to like cover my hands.
Right.
And because I knew that that's what they were trying to do. I didn't want to be rude and be like, bitch, sit the fuck down.
Right.
You know? But it's like, you're like right here. So it naturally, my hand just started covering itself, and I started doing it like this.
Why? I wonder why though. Like why? Like people don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like go the right way about it.
Right. Exactly. Because I don't know. Honestly, if I gave you an answer, I'd be lying. Right. I just feel like people feel like being sneaky or,
right.
You know, or just the wrong intentions. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you're not doing it for the right reasons, then it'll show.
Right.
And that's what I've seen throughout this whole journey.
Yeah.
So a lot of people
it's not like you ain't willing to teach me.
Exactly.
Like I literally be seeing you on other people like events and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
and I love to teach. That's the crazy thing about it is. So I always tell people when it comes to me and Wicks, it's really something that I prayed on and God gave me. So it's not something that I play with. Mm-hmm. You know, this is something that it's my purpose. You know, it's not only just my passion. So anything I do, it has to be right. Because when God blessed me with it, He told me what to do with it, you know. He told me to protect black men. He told me to wake them up, you know, like stop letting them see themselves as niggas, you know. Right. Tell them that they kings, you know. Right. Remind them of who they were, you know. And that's what took me so far by following what God had for me. So when I started becoming a Wicklady and I started seeing, it's never about the fame. Like till this day, like I meet so much people and it's like, you're a human like me. Like I could be like you tomorrow. You could be like me tomorrow. Like what's the, you know, kindness is key. So when I started realizing a lot of females, they would only hit me up because they're like, damn, Wicklady. They started seeing dudes flashing money in the videos. Right. Damn, I want that. Wicklady, what's his name? What's his number? What's his ad? I'm like, y'all ain't right. You know, like, I get it. Like, that's what God made men and women for, to attract. But it can't just be about that. You know, like, we use black men for so much, but when do we nurture them? Like, when do we pour back into our kings? And we don't, you know? And it's sad. Yeah, so everybody started seeing a lick behind it. And for me, it was like, God was like, nope. If you have no good intentions, and I can tell you have no good intentions, I wouldn't want to teach you, you know, like this is not just something, no, because you don't want to do that person's hair because you care about how they feel about themselves. You don't care about the strength behind it. You think that, let me just get my money and that's it. But that person has to walk around outside not feeling good about themselves. They have to lose confidence. They have to lose strength. Like our hair is energy. I don't care what nobody says, you know, to each his own. But I know what God gave me. You know, you see how I touched your hair earlier and I started talking about I can feel what you go through your hair, you know? Yeah. If our hair wasn't that important, why would they leave a story about a man in the Bible with strong hair? Right. Out of all the books they took out, they could have took out that story. They made sure
put that in there.
They left it in there, you know? And what was the biggest downfall? His pride and women, you know? Right. For not wanting the best, but wanting what they want. And, you know.
And that's still to this day.
And if we would read the book, we would realize that. But hey, I didn't come here to preach. I didn't, you know, like that's not, you know. But I appreciate God for the testimony He's given me and the blessing. Because no lie, I got down on my knees and prayed for this, okay? When Cardi B made that Get Up 10 and she said that, I felt that, like, because for real, you know, He answered.
Not for real. So crazy, like your name, like worldwide. Everybody like.
He sure needed though. Like, listen, I'm always give God the praise. I know this is not what most people want to hear, but listen, for me, I can't talk about me without talking about God.
Right, for sure.
It wouldn't be no me without God, you know. And literally, what I mean, I prayed for it, and He answered, and He showed me. And I thought I was bugging, like I smoke weed. I don't know about y'all, but God know who I am. He knew who I was before I knew who I was. Right. every time I smoke though, like by myself, he always like that's when he answers me the most. Right. So I just sit there talking to God and just ranting about life, you know, because life was okay at the time, but it wasn't where I would like it to be. But I was grateful for it, you know, like God, because there's so much people like not waking up today.
Right, for sure.
You know, we don't even think about that. So much people are not gonna wake up today. So much people are not gonna eat. You know, like, so I'm just grateful. But I know the potential that He gave me. You know, when you chose it, you feel things differently.
Right.
You know, you want more for yourself. You can't just settle for waking up every day just chilling. Like, no, like there gotta be something else. You're always looking for it because it's there for you. You know, so that's how God tests our strength, and He did. And one day I was just like, man, like, what's up? I'm doing good. I'm not doing great, but I'm doing good. I'm not doing nothing unlawful. Like, you know, I'm cool. I love people. Like, I'm good for what I got. I just want to take care of my mom and my daughter. Like, I don't want to see them having to go through this. I could go through this, but I don't want them to go through it, you know? And like, I love what I do. I'm grateful. Like, I went to school. I got this degree. I got that. Like, but you know, I ain't really doing nothing with it. Like, I'm just sitting here on all of this, and I know this is not what we doing. Like, but I'm grateful nonetheless, because you know, I'm just And
what's my calling? Like, help me out with my calling.
When am I gonna get mine? I'm tired of looking at other people. Like, I'm grateful for them. Like, it inspires me because I'm not a hater, you know. But like, I want my own time, God. I want to, you know, like. But I'm cool though. I know you. Come on, I ain't mad at you, but what's up? You know. For real. And at that moment, I heard God say, "But you can Wicklady." Just like that, a whisper in my ear.
That's what I was about to ask you. I was like, did somebody call you that and you just like kind of like, you know?
Listen, I was sitting in my little Section 8 apartment, cut to the corner, no AC, no central air. It's like a triangle shaped apartment too. It was just the most awkwardest position, but it was mine.
Right.
You know, I paid my bills. You know, I wasn't like most people on Section 8 living for free. They made me pay half of everything. So I said, well, damn. Bitch, well, you know what? I'm going to say this little extra. I ain't going to complain. All right, cool. At least I ain't got to pay the whole, you know. But dang, like, you know, and it is what it is. And I was just by myself. I had a client that day who rescheduled, quote unquote, but ended up going to somebody else for $10 less. And I'm like, for $10? I've been good to you. Like, you know, but whatever. So it is what it is. You probably needed that $10.
So you was doing Wicks then?
I was doing hair. I do all hair.
Okay.
I started as a full cosmo. I've been doing hair since I was a little girl. I love hair.
So that are you like was kind of like your calling?
Yo, and I didn't know it until that day when I was in the house. Right. For me, I only did hair because I was just going for psychology. I love talking to people. I love helping people. Like, that's just my thing. Humanistic behavior, just understanding how we could all get along. World peace type shit, you know. But hair was just something that I've always learned how to do because my mom didn't know how to do hair, but my sisters did. And they didn't want to do my hair because I had the nappiest hair. Everybody else had that good curly hair. Mine was dry and tight, and they didn't want to do it. So, you know, I ended up starting to pay attention to them, teaching myself, and I fell in love with hair too. You know, so I've always did hair. But when I moved to Florida, that's when I fell in love with the wigs.
So you're not originally from Florida?
Nah, I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, that's what's up.
I'm from Brooklyn. Yeah, that's why a lot of people are like, she went like she not even from here. Exactly. I came from a whole other state and made something happen.
So it chose me.
Because exactly, it's not about hair, and that's a lot of things. A lot of people don't care about hair. They take the care out of hair care. Like, y'all just want the money. Y'all hungry for the money. Like,
and that's gonna come. With the passion is gonna come.
Man, I used to do wigs for $30 when I first started.
Wow.
And mind you, I started doing wigs when I was in Miami because of Denzel Curry. He was my first client. I literally prayed on that, and God sent me a celebrity.
That's crazy.
I didn't even know he was famous. What you mean? I was mad when I found out. Like, hold on, wait a second.
You was doing your thing.
I wasn't doing the thing. I didn't know shit about wigs when I started. I just knew I wanted to do them, and I needed somebody to let me try them.
Right.
And out of all the people, here goes young Denzel, full of energy, walking through the flea market, 183rd, and I'm over there like little Africans on 125th. You want your hair braid? You need braid? Because that's what you do. You in there hustling. I'm trying to feed my family. And Denzel's like, yo, you know how to do wigs? I'm like, no, but I need somebody to let me try.
But try this.
And he like, come on, let's go. I'm like, for real? He like, yeah. I said, all right, cool.
That's lit.
What? For me, that meant so much. Like, you know, like I said, I didn't know who he was. But because he gave me an opportunity, I knew I was gonna try my best to make it look better. Like, you know, because I've always was seeing people with them, because I was in Miami at the time.
Right.
But I would ask them to let me do their hair, and they looking at me like,
Nah.
what?
Nah.
You know how I felt? Mind you, they got big dookies hanging off, misshaped. So I'm fresh out of New York. I'm like, hey, get your little dusty head ass.
Yeah.
What you mean I can't do that? That shit need to get done. Look at, I'm over there trying to rank on it. What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like, whatever, yo. And at that moment, my ego was kind of bruised, because I'm like, damn, I started getting famous in there for doing hair. Like, you know, everybody in Miami had their own little style, but I came with that New York flavor and shit. So, you know, everybody. Right. So I'm like, bro, I grow hair. Yeah. Besides the style, like, I got hands for hair. Like, you know, my mom always said that. Her and my dad, they grow herbs and stuff like that. They got green thumbs. I said, you gave all the girls a hairy thumb, though, because we all do hair. Like, we grow hair. Everybody always be like, girl, my hair just keeps growing.
Right.
I know. So when he said that, it kind of like, dang, like, it made me want to understand why. Like, why I can't touch your hair? You're not a Rasta. You're not cultural. Like, you know?
Yeah, so quick question. So when you did it turn out like, would you like?
It was terrible.
Okay.
So I rubber band and threaded. So everybody who rubber band and thread, that was the thing, because most people didn't know how to do locks that big, you know? Right. Most times when you see that, that's a freeform style. That's why when people be like, oh, wicks ain't freeforms. Yes, they are. I made them semi-freeform, guys. Right. If y'all been following from the beginning, wicks are freeform locks. Yep. I made them semi-freeform when I started crocheting them and learned how to maintain them, but they are freeform locks. Right. And then I learned how to start them from scratch and then combine locks into becoming what looks like freeform locks. But they're freeform, semi-freeform now.
I see you took hair and literally make wicks.
Make wicks.
That's crazy.
This tool right here is different.
It's powerful.
What? Listen, my sister tried to get me to use this tool. It's been out for a long time. The crazy thing about it is, they've been using this tool to lock up white people's hair for the longest. And my sister tried to get me to learn how to use it because she wanted me to do white people's hair. She was like, girl, they started at like $1,500. And I'm like, okay, you know, like, I do hair because I love it. You know, I always tell people, if I didn't have bills to pay, I would do hair all day for fun. Like, I just love what hair can do. I just love how hair makes people feel. I love how, you know, but
passion.
It's not that deep for me. So, but she tried to get me to learn how to crochet. She was the first person to put a crochet needle in my hand, and she's like, "Oh, you gotta go like this and like this." And I'm like, man, when that shit stabbed me in the finger, it took but 2 seconds for me to get stabbed in the finger, and blood started squirting everywhere.
Right.
I said, "Oh hell,
this ain't it,
man." F them white people, they don't need dreads anyway. I was selling out. What? This can send you to the ER. This is why I tell people, like, I get you can make money from doing this, but this tool is dangerous. So before you think about money, before you think about vanity, think about the person in the chair. Like, I almost caught gangrene in this thumb because this thing got caught just at the bed of my nail. And because my original needles, they made of steel, it just started instantly. I guess it must have hit a vein, and my whole hand swelled up. My arm swelled up. It was bad. So that's why I always tell people, I don't do things for money. Do it because you want to learn how to do it, and you learn the right way. Like, protect the person in that chair.
It's
like,
so crazy because, like, not to cut you off, but like when you do it out of like passion, it seems like your blessings be different. If that makes any sense. Like when you do it just for the money, it's like God will hold you kind of like at a different level.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's like, damn, you would put somebody's life on the line for some dollars. You know, and God would give you more than you could imagine. Do y'all think about, listen, I was sitting in that little, anybody could tell you, if you know the Wicklady from the beginning, if you was down from the beginning, like that little apartment right behind Gus off of Emmett Street, had that been swinging. What? Man, I did not play, bro, because I knew so much people needed it, so I sacrificed my energy, my time, you know.
So before you started using that tool, what you used before?
Rubber bands and thread, man. Denzel kept coming back with his hair looking crazier and crazier. I'm like, what is
so a person
happening?
like, besides the rubber band, but like a person like me that don't know nothing about nothing, like what is like the rubber band and thread?
So naturally we want something that's gonna hold the lock because the lock is thick, so everybody thinks the rubber band. Most people who started their freeforms though, they did use rubber bands and thread. You know, they held their hair together through that. A lot of people in the chain gang, because most people who have wigs down south, they started their own hair. Either their hair was coarse enough and they started freeforming and matting on their own, and then they started using rubber band to shape it a certain way, or you know, they was in the chain gang and you know, they started growing their hair. They started using the threads from the pillows to mat the hair together, and that's how their hair would mat, or you know. But it wasn't a tool, you know, it was natural things to hold the hair together, because most people need to find a way to hold the hair together so it could mat on its own. So either you had a good enough hair where it's just gonna mat while you lay on it, or you forced it to mat a certain way.
Gotcha.
But the rubber bands were squeezing the hair. You know, it was causing little ripples in the hair, soft spot. And that's why when their hair started to grow, it would be like breaking and certain pieces like that. And I'm like, let me fix it.
For sure.
And they like, nah, you don't know what to do with these right here. And I'm like, I know, but I'm going to figure it out.
Right.
But yeah.
You know, quick so you figure it out.
Well, Denzel kept coming to get his hair done, but I didn't know he was rapping. He ended up moving to California, so I didn't see him for a while. Like I said, I was doing all types of styles, so it wasn't something that I was just mainly focused on. But, you know, if somebody came around, I would like to try, but he was the only one.
Right.
And then when I actually found out he was a rapper through one of my homeboys, God rest his soul, I was like, damn, what the fuck? I seen him on that XXL magazine and the wicks was in pieces, and I'm like, I did that. Like, I do his hair. Like, you know, it wasn't even the fact that he was a rapper.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I'm from New York, so now I know what XXL is. But, you know, I'm not from Florida, so I don't know Florida rappers. You know, he was on there with Kodak and Lil Yachty, and I'm not thinking nothing of it, but
you're like, what the world?
All I could see was him, the hair, and XXL. I was like, dang. I was like, God, why would you do me like this? Because God has a sense of humor. He does.
Right.
You know, and it's the crazy thing about it, like I said, I pray on everything. I was like, God sent me somebody, he sent me Denzel. And I'm like, bro.
Like, hey.
I said somebody. I wasn't specific, but
right.
A celebrity for my first client.
That's crazy.
What are you doing to me here? You know I love what I do. You know I take pride in what I do. Like, what's up? I need to figure this out. I need to know. Mind you, that was almost 2 years after I was doing his hair already. He had dyed it and did all types of stuff. Right. And I'm like, dang, how am I going to fix this?
And she most definitely told me about the bleach, which I knew a little bit. But as soon as I walked in, y'all ain't going to get to see that. But as soon as you walked in, she was like, yeah, man, that bleach, it ain't no good.
It kills our hair. Shit, Denzel bleached his whole head blonde. I couldn't believe when he came back. Then I knew, I was like, all right, he's an artist. He's flexible, like, but dang, what is happening?
Man.
But all this was definitely destiny, though. Because once I realized that, I just kept praying more like, God, help me. How do I fix this? I realized the rubber bands and the thread wasn't working. It was shaping his hair weird, like the thread was squeezing it from the inside. It was giving it a weird shape. Right. And the rubber bands was making his roots weak, and his hair started getting heavy. And then with the dye, I'm like,
you're like, man,
what are we gonna do? What? And he's a whole celebrity now, so now I got more pressure. And I just kept praying, and God showed me this. He literally showed me a crochet needle as I'm sitting there in prayer, smoking by myself again. Boy,
like, I got you.
Moses talked to the burning bush, all right, okay? Moses was, because, man, every time he just starts talking to me, and I'm like, God, are you for real?
Yeah.
I'm like, I need something. I need something that's going to grab the hair and hold it. But the rubber bands is messing it up, and I need something that's going to keep it neat, but the thread is messing it up, and I just see the crochet needle like this.
Like, hello.
I'm like, girl, you high. God is not telling you to use the weapon thingy on his hair. God, if that's what you're telling me, forget that. Because that little thingy that stabbed me, hell no, I'm not using that again.
Pick that back up.
What? And no lie, then I see me with it, and then he starts showing me, like, yes, you're going to go through the hair. And I was saying that too. I was like, God, I need something small enough to help me grab the hair from the other side. And as I'm doing it, I see myself doing it. And then I see the needle in my hand, and I'm like, oh, the little fish hook thingy. Yeah. It got 2 hooks, and it's grabbing the hair. Oh, maybe he is telling me something.
So after you, like, successfully did it with that one time, you, like, it clicked. Like super click, I would
Listen,
say.
I called Denzel in California. Yo, I think I have an idea how to do your hair. He's
Let's
like,
do it.
all right, cool. Yeah, I wanted to show you this thing I see. I was like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
6 months later, Denzel flies in. I'm at the flea market. My sister, matter of fact, I had to ask her for one of these. And she was like, oh, I'm going to order it for you because they break so easy and she didn't have one.
Mm-hmm.
So she finally gets it to me. I'm like, yo, Zell, I got something to show you. I think it's going to work. As I'm going in my drawer to get it, he like, oh, yeah. He goes in his bag. And he like, yeah, have you heard of one of these thingies? And I turned around and he turned around.
Same time, boom.
Bow! And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
we're on the same page.
It's gotta be destiny. How the fuck are we on the same page? I just see this in a vision. I don't know where you see yours from, but the fact that we were talking about the same thing and brung it at the same time, that's divine, bro.
That's so lit.
That is divine. I said, I don't know what's happening, but this must be destiny. And I look, 13 years later, that is my bro. I'm flying out to go see him on Tuesday.
Man, that's what's up.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Denzel Curry, man.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
So you were basically like, God already kind of set you up off the rip, like,
Yeah.
hey, this the direction you about to go. You
know
don't even know
what's
it
crazy?
yet.
No, because I didn't become the Wicklady until 2-3 years later.
Oh, for real?
Until I moved to Daytona. Daytona made me the Wicklady for real. When I had that prayer moment, I was here in Daytona praying. I had left Miami. Miami was getting too crazy. And like I said, Zell was my only client in Miami because everybody still felt like that accent was too thick. You don't know what you're doing, you know? And it's cool because later on when I did become a Wicklady, they all started calling me, oh, I remember you. I know you do. But, you know, when God got a plan for you, can't nobody take it.
At all. It's crazy.
But yeah, Daytona made me a Wicklady. Shout out to LaConnie, Big Woo, all of them, you know?
That's crazy.
I'm telling you.
That's so crazy. Cause I'm from Georgia, and like years ago, I heard about you before even knowing, and then I followed you like, and this is kind of watch your journey too at a distance. And I'm like, one day I'm gonna get them done. I was so nervous because, like I said, I'm from like first of all, locks was like a big thing to even get them because like when I'm raised up back in the 90s when I was born and raised up, like they ain't really tattoos wasn't accepted, locks wasn't really accepted. You can't really get a good job. So everybody like shunning away. Your parents like, nah, we get you some braids, and if you want some locks, we get you some plaits, but you know we'll take them out. Like, so as I got as an adult, really so crazy with that journey was my homeboy was having a wedding, and I had like a nappy fro, and I pretty much you how you just rub the top of your head with a little sponge. So pretty much like a little free form would have helped. And one day, my fedora wouldn't fit for the wedding. So I went to a lady, and she separated them and twisted them. And we had them for like a week or two straight with, aftermath of the wedding and stuff. And by the time I went to try to take it out or wash it out, whatever, the top had done locked. And the back came out. I was like, oh, snap. I said, so what to do here? I'm going to cut them away. And my sister kind of like you, she like real spiritual and stuff. So she was like, nah, like, make it into a journey. I'm like, huh? So I make it to a journey. I'm like, man, I don't know about the locks. Like, she like, man, it's a different time. Try it. I'm like, I bet. So I ain't gonna lie, I never regretted it. It kind of grew on me. I liked it. It grew out, got long where it could actually hang down. And I was like, that's what's up. And then I just finally got prepared. I was like, you know what? I want to take it to another stage. I want to get wigs. I talked to everybody. I obviously, like I said, I'm already following. I'm like, all right. So I talked to my friends. They're like, man, we tried to go around. We still had to go to it. So we were like,
oh, Jesus, that's a message right there. Come on, God.
They were like, man, I'm going to go and be honest. Just go straight to her. Like, she going to do it the best. It's going to be neat. You're going to have to go. Like, it's going to last long. You ain't going to lose as much hair. Like, he was like, man, because I remember his hair. He had long hair. And it came back, it was like super duper short. He was like, man, just go to her. Like, man, I lost too much hair. You like, everybody know you going to.
Said the same thing. You said, just go to Wicklady.
Yeah, everybody like, they know you're going to lose a little bit of hair or whatnot the third, especially if you're going to be bleaching like me. But he was like, man, everybody else, you just lose a lot more.
So you're not supposed to, right. Like, like I did the first one. And it's another thing too, like I said, your hair is soft, but it's still hard. And a lot of people, as I started Wicks, they were trying to like, instead of work with me, be better than me. So they try to use methods that didn't really work for the hair to just prove that they could do things overnight. Like with the whole lock combining thing, depending on your locks and the status of your hair, sometimes it takes time for those lock lines to separate.
Right.
Most people try to use weave and yarn to hide that, but no, you can't hide that. You gotta understand, this is something to help you instant lock it, but it
Yeah.
didn't say instantly make it.
Right.
You know, like people, we don't understand the words and how we use them. So yes, I'm instantly putting his locks together. See, now what was 6 is now 1.
Right.
However, time is like, I used to call it my butterfly process, my cocoon process. You know, you went from a caterpillar and now you're in your cocoon phase.
Right.
And eventually, once that is finished, then it'll transform and you'll have your, you know, but it still takes time. We can't skip everything. Like,
Right,
we have to
it's a
go
process.
through some process. And that's when I came out with trust the process,
Right.
you know. But through a lot of people trying to act like, oh, you don't have to go through the process. I can do this or I can do that. That's where we kind of messed up with the WIC game, you know. And that's why a lot of people are losing here, because people are trying to make things perfect.
Right.
And only God is perfect, you know.
Right.
Your hair is beautiful the way it is, and let it go through its own journey, because now if I try to force your hair to do something that it's not built to do,
Right.
now I'm destroying it, you know. But if you don't understand what you're doing, then of course you're going to try to overdo it. So
Right.
that's why we got to learn the right way, y'all.
Right. You're right about that.
No, for sure, because our hair is our strength. Like I said, nobody wants to go home with their hair in pieces. I have a lot of people who were growing their hair for 20 years at a time, and now they don't have it, and they're going through identity crisis. You know, I have clients who've been through like mental health situations, you know, and I've spoken about this on a lot of big platforms that I'm on, and most people, they desire what I do because they hear the money behind it, but it's not just the money, guys. These men are going through things. They are going through things mentally. They have no support. Their hair is showing you they have no support, you know? So before you just think about capitalizing off of them, like show them that love, help them, be real with them, be genuine, allow them to know what's in their reach. Don't give them false hope. Don't give them lack of love. Don't water them down, you know. Put your all into it. For real.
Stop taking, not giving.
Yes, it matters. They already done had so much taken. That's why when people say they come here, I tell them, you must have been praying for something real good if you made it here. And a lot of people, they'll skip around it and stuff. And at first I used to think that, damn, I'm just that girl. I got to that point where I'm like, damn, I'm the shit. And the guy had to stop back and he said, hold on, wait a second, you the shit? Lord, because of you. Because of you. You know, because, you know, you got to give God his glory. And that's why now I can't speak about anything that I do without God, because it's literally him that carries me. Like when I don't know what I'm going to do, certain hairstyles, they be like, how'd you figure this out? I prayed.
Just come out like that.
It don't. God is talking to me. As I'm talking to you, he's talking to me. Like, you know, and that's real.
Like, this is the route we gonna go with it.
Yes, and this is what you need to do. That's how I can touch your hair and know about you. I don't know you from a can of paint, but your hair is talking to me because God is telling me. He's like, all right, and let him know this.
Your spirit is so welcoming, because like I'm like, man, let me ask her, can I use a camera? Man, I'm just kind of nervous, and he's like, come on in, how you doing? And I was like, she just talking to me just naturally, like I've been to her. And I'm like, huh? Now I ain't even no big YouTuber now. I'm just getting my foot wet, and I'm like, man, I just want to ask her. I don't want to I want her to feel like I'm using her, like to step up, and I just want to be natural. Like if she says that's cool, I'm cool with it.
You are as big as you want to be, okay?
Right.
You are as big as you feel. It's in your heart, it's in your spirit, it's already yours.
Right.
You just got to walk into it. Don't be arrogant about it, but you know, continue to just do you. Yeah, because when I'm in rooms with these big celebrities, that's how they treat me, you know? And I never had to do extra. I just be me, and it's like, you know, that's what's most respected, genuineness.
No, your spirit is like welcome, like super welcome. Like,
yeah,
you can talk to you.
No, for real. We gotta be that way.
And then I'm all nervous. I'm like, man, I just might be in there just sitting there quiet for like 2 hours.
You nervous? I'm nervous. I'm like, Lord, please let me get his hair done right. Let me make sure, you know, because like I don't understand. Like you come from far, you supporting me, you trusting me. This is your crown. This is your glory. This is your energy. Like I want to make sure you good. Like what? Let me make sure I do the right thing. You know, as I was coming up, I was listening to the word. You know. The prophet was speaking about how we exude God's power, and we are a part of God, and God is a part of us, and that's how we have to walk in that faith and knowing that we are connected to the Most High. You know, and do good, and good will come to you. You know?
He most definitely sent me. You're like, hey man, you gotta go. There ain't no sense in you trying to be like, hey, go with her.
I appreciate that.
Go straight there to get it done right the first time.
Yeah, no, I don't even try to boast on myself, because it's like,
Now we gonna do it for you.
and that's the part that makes people dislike me the most, because the people that talk about me, and it's like, I can't.
Like, I ain't even do nothing to y'all.
I don't even know y'all for real. But that's just God showing me, like, about people. Like I say, everything that I do, it's another lesson from God. Like, they hated on Jesus.
Yeah, for real, literally.
How you gonna be mad at the
So
man with no sin?
I ain't worried.
He ain't did nothing to nobody ever. You hating on him? Wow, that's crazy. He even died for us, and you still mad.
Still tripping.
Dang, bro. He ate with you and you sold him out.
Yeah.
Dang, he washed your dirty feet. He healed the sick. He fed the hungry. Like, how could you be mad?
You doing everything right.
What?
You still tripping.
You the demon. You the demon, okay? Why people be walking around here with these demons for real, yo? And that's why energy matters, because now you got demons that you fighting and you putting them on me?
Right. Nah, don't do me like that.
What? Listen, I pray to God that one day He just allows these women to really feel His presence through their work. And I see some people are trying, you know, they speak of it, but it took a lot of me denying a lot of people for them to actually learn. And that's what we needed.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Not everybody could walk with Jesus. He healed a lot of them, but He said, no, go about your way. I'll be back. Go tell the people over there about it. I'm going to see when I get back, because ain't nobody dealing with that right now. But, yeah, no, come on.
I got another quick question. So I know, like, a lot of people, they say, like, it take, I guess, 2 to 3 days. Like I ain't gonna say what's the process of you, like, doing it on a whole different, like, getting it done in a day, basically. Like, is that just something?
You about to be done in a few hours. I got other appointments after here.
So you literally can do it in like hours. Like I said, this is my first time. Obviously, they gonna see it the first time.
You know what? I've heard that I do the job of 10 people on my own, and I can't believe it.
So I asked the lady, right? Obviously, I asked her around before I come. So I asked the lady, I'm like, how long would it take you to do it? She's like, oh, that's gonna be like a 3 to 4 day span. I was like, huh? I was like, I work. I work. So I'm like, I got to be back at work. I can't take 3 days, and I can't have half my head look locks and other half wigs. So I'm like, what we doing here? She's like, nah, it's gonna take you like 2-3 days. We're gonna start at 11. We're gonna start at 11 at night, and then we're gonna start again at 2-3 days later. I'm like, sweetheart, my schedule ain't, it don't fit that. That don't even fit. So I was like, man. So when you told me, it was like, hey, be there at 11 a.m. Woo. And then you didn't say, like, we got to come back another day. And I was like, okay. So I was kind of lost. I was like, wait a minute, I thought it was normal.
Jesus, no. I listen. And that's the part for me that kills me, because I hear people getting charged an arm and a leg.
Right.
And y'all getting terrible service. You know, they used to tell me my prices was crazy, but I'm doing the work of 10 people apparently. So,
literally.
You know, I've earned what I charge.
Right.
People are charging what I charge because, for one, they see how much work it is, and they feel like you should have to pay them for them not knowing what they're doing.
That's dumb.
That's backwards.
Make that make sense.
Make it make sense, for real. I remember the first time I combined locks. The man's hair was down to his kneecaps. I only charged him $500, and it took me 15 hours. Ooh. 15 hours, and the next day he had the nerve to go to the water park, so I ain't never did it again. But at that moment, I realized, like, this can't be it. But, you know, as time went on and I perfected my craft, you know, I learned that, okay, you know, I'm worth more than this, because I'm literally doing God's work, okay?
And I seen you was saying something about the water, like when you first get your hair done.
Yeah, stay away from it, because what people don't understand is water makes your hair heavy, and it also softens your hair. Anytime your hair is dry and you wet it, what happened? You all of a sudden Puerto Rican, okay? That means that the water is making your hair soft, okay? Right. And now when you wet your hair, you feel the heaviness, especially if you have locks. Your neck start moving the wrong way. You like, what's happening? Because our hair is like sponges. We absorb water. So now that you just get your hair combined and your hair is softened and it's heavy, it's going to cause them to want to separate.
And I noticed that, like, you didn't wet it. Like, when I go get my locks retwisted, whatever, they wet it, or, you know, you wash it and you wet it, whatever. But basically, they wet it before they do it. So you don't even have to do that.
So sometimes with certain people, I do. But like I said, your hair texture is soft. If I wet it now, it's gonna be too soft.
Super soft.
And now if I wet it and it's soft and I go through with this sharp needle, I'm breaking your hair bonds. I already got to backcomb it to loosen it and to break some of them, but my goal is not to break them all to where now your hair is breaking in the middle or at the end or it's weak. My goal is to connect your hair completely and allow it to go through its cocoon process.
Right.
You know, the whole, oh, I still see lines. That is something mentally that people are going to have to get over. And unfortunately, if your hair would allow me to get rid of them, I would. But your hair needs something different. That's why I tell people. So this is why freeforms and wicks are different. Because with freeforms, those people live life freely. They don't care what breaks. They don't care what ripples. They just live. They grow. And I commend them because it takes a different type of person to just let go, you know, and be that free. Which is great at the beginning, but at the end they go through a lot. You know, they lose more pieces. They lose. So as free as you can be, towards the end, you start to lose it because now the weight of your freedom starts to stress out your roots, and that's why a lot of people start going bald with free forms or it's too heavy because everything in life needs some type of structure. You know, it doesn't have to be all the time print press, but we need to always secure our foundation, secure our root, always go back to what matters the most and nourish that part, you know?
Life about structure for real.
Yeah, so that's why you have to make sure that you're maintaining the structure of your hair. What's good for one person's hair may not be good for the other person's hair. And that's why with a lot of people who do wigs, they don't realize that they treat everybody's head the same. You just a lot combining what you want. 8, 10, cool. Alright, that's it. Boom, bow, bow, goodbye. They don't even tell you, hey, sleep with a cap on that night. Don't put a cap on when you shower. Don't let no moisture in your hair. Are you going to the gym all the time? Are you somebody who works outside in dirty environments? I need to know what you're going through because I'm not going to see you for another 6 to 9 months.
For sure.
And I need to make sure you know what to do so when you come back, we're on the same page. For one, I don't want to have to do the same work I did before. We're supposed to be growing. For two, I don't want to have to charge you more because now there's more work. And for three, I love to see you flourishing. And I want to make sure you know what to do when you're going. So follow these steps and we should be good. God gave us 10 commandments, y'all. We still can't follow the rules. God, come on. He said, I'm going to show you. I be like, Lord, why they don't listen? He be like, why y'all don't listen to me? All right, I'm going to show you. Just keep going.
As soon as they come back, you like, man, you didn't listen.
You ain't even got to tell me what you did. Let me tell you something. When I started wigs, I was wearing wigs and stuff. And then this is one girl who I'm going to leave nameless because you... We're not even going to go there. That demon tried to try me like, oh, don't trust nobody who ain't got no wigs in their hair and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, you know what? Mind you, I had locks. I had just started my first set of locks. But I was like, you know what?
Wait a minute, hold on.
I had to ask God, did she just try me? He said, no, she let you see, like, because that's what you're going to need. People are going to feel the same way. And I said, well, God, wigs? I'm a girl. Mind you, the girl was a stud, so you could... No, I am a woman. I like long, flowy, curly. I want to be a new chica every day. Like, I'm a hairstylist, Lord. Like, I've never had locks. I already got these little twisties. It's been 3 days. I'm already looking like Buckwheat, Ain't your mama? You want me to do what now? And I whipped up my hair, Lord Jesus. When I had to learn about true beauty, okay? I had to learn what beautiful meant to me because when I came out looking like Baby Kodak, Baby Bop, Lisa Simpson, boy, they had the names. Yo, they typed in studs with dreads and I popped up with Bobby Anderson, bruh, and a picture of me and Spot'em got him. I'm like, bruh, I'm not a stud.
Hold on.
Oh my God, I was so broken. Like, I looked like a little Floridian. But my mom was like, what are you going through?
What did you just do?
She like, you've been around these Florida men too long. And that was when my career just started picking up and stuff. So now I'm Spot'em, Hot Boy, Fulio. So, oh my gosh. I said, this is terrible. But I never used to post myself because I didn't care about it. Everybody would just see my hands. But then other people started posting videos like me just showing their hands. And it's like, y'all be trying to steal my shit. They were literally stealing my videos, stealing my captions.
Put you to wave.
Yeah, I see. At the time, I didn't know that. See, everybody knew I was famous before I did. I still don't see it that way, okay? But when people like Tyler, the Creator, and Fetty Wap and them be like, you heard, and I be like, I'm heard. When Beyonce said Wicks the other day, that shit was like, damn, my work.
You did.
Beyonce said it with her lips.
You did that.
She said Wicks? God. No, God did it. I didn't
It's so
do it.
crazy.
God
like I said, people that only got old wigs know your name.
Bro,
For
if you
real,
don't know
though.
my name, you know my works.
Yeah.
But listen, that same day I was praying in the house and God told me I was the Wicklady. He showed me 3 visions.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, because I was like, okay, well, let's just say I'm not high and you really telling me I'm the Wicklady right now. Because it's like I talk to God and sometimes he talks directly back, okay? Sometimes I feel his spirit and he'll give me a chance to figure it out. But when it's your purpose, you're going to hear God clear as day. And he going to sound like you, but it's going to feel like a higher version of you. Like, this is the most intellectual, this is the most yes and most right answer you'll ever get from your own voice, okay? Right. So you got to hear yourself at that moment, because it's like, if you can't hear your own voice, why would you hear the voice of God? Right. You know, God is in us. But the first vision he showed me, I was like, all right, well, if I'm the Wicklady, what does that mean? Because when I heard it, I'm like, okay, I'm the Wicklady. Everybody in Daytona call me Wicklady. Who cares, okay? Right. I do all types of stuff, like the Wicklady. Yeah. And then he shows me, like, in my head, I see Florida, just the corner of Florida, the map. And I just see heads with wigs everywhere. And no hair salon that did wigs. So I was like, okay. Boom went off. Boom. Okay, there's mad people in Florida. Damn, nobody do wigs. There's no salon. Like, you cannot go to a salon and say, let me get my wigs done. That was not a thing when I started. It was like, people who had wigs, they were doing it themselves, doing it in jail. You know, you have people in salons that would try to retwist them like they were locks, but that wasn't working because as soon as they leave, it will unravel. So, you know, at that moment, I'm like, oh, shoot, there's nobody that do wigs. I'm the Wicklady. It's only one of me. But then I'm like, man, you know how many people in Florida got? How am I supposed to do everybody here? Like, what you mean? Like, what does that mean? Okay, everybody need wigs. I can't get everybody. I got a little hoopty outside and shit all messed up. Like, it get me from A to B, but you know, like, what's up? And then he showed me an Instagram page. I said, girl, you high. God ain't show you no Instagram page. Like, God ain't over here making profiles for you. This is the God that Abraham and Isaac and Jacob we talking about. He made you an Instagram. All right, let's just say God is telling me to make an Instagram. I see my face, I see the name, and I see the client. His name Boss Man Jizzle. He's from out here in Daytona. Free that boy, man. Shout out to all my boys locked up in the chain game, man. Man, Daytona, y'all put on for me, and I'm always give y'all love, and this is why I had to build Wicked Studios here, because it's like, Daytona, I fuck with y'all, but I see him on the page, so I'm like, oh man, he had just hit me up, like, man, everybody keep trying to get me to get your number and stuff like that, and I'm like, damn, well, just send him the number. He's like, man, everybody keep asking me, I'm tired of it. He don't want these niggas to look like me. I'm like, bruh, they ain't gonna look like you. You gonna look like, I ain't gonna do none of that like you. How about that? You just gonna have the only one. But if you ain't seen nobody else, you wouldn't have been here either, you know?
Facts.
But because of the local rappers that was about to get on, they knew it, like, you know, that was their cousins, Pootie and them. Like, you know, everybody know each other. They was all still up and coming. So, yeah. And he was like, well, just send me a picture of what you want and give me the caption. I'm gonna post it on my page. So I was like, all right, God, I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna ask him. I said, yo, you tired of everybody calling your phone? Let me just send you this picture real quick. It's his picture. I had just did his hair too. Post this and then add this caption. No threat, no rubber bands. Often imitated, never duplicated. Wick Nation. All of these hashtags did not exist before me. So all of y'all out there hashtagging, say thank you, y'all. Y'all gonna be wanting to give a nigga flowers, but it's okay because my clients and my supporters do, and that's the part that kill people. Like, But yeah, so I'm like, all right, God, I did what you told me to do. Bruh, the next day I woke up.
Yeah, DM on fire.
500 followers overnight. The next day, 1,500. By the end of the week, 5,000. I'm like, bruh,
so here we go.
In the world? Like,
yep.
Wow, like everybody was so amazed because his hair was sticking up. At the time, nobody didn't know how to put the wigs back up in the air. Once they started growing and dropping, everybody who used to have them up, they missed that look, you feel me? So that's what really made it wicked. So for me to be able to put them bitches up.
They had them in the air.
Man, they like, yo, she got magic, yo. How she do that? What she use? They like, yo, she just used this little poker thing. He looked like a little shank. They didn't even know what it was called. Like, a lot of people didn't even know wigs was wigs. They used to be like, oh, she be doing them Kodak dreads. That's how you oh, wow, you know how to do them Kodaks? You know? I'm like, you mean wigs? They like, yeah. So wigs wasn't even a thing outside of South Florida. It was just Broward and Miami. I started telling them this is called wigs. They wigs. they wicks, they like, yo, you magical, like you like the woo lady. I said, nah, that sounds scary.
No.
They like, nah, all right, the wick lady. And that's like, shout out to my boy Arion. He like, I'm gonna just call you the wick lady. And that's when he started telling people, man, go to wick lady. Oh, I got a little brother, a little cousin, my uncle on him. Like, I'm doing families, like everybody, like your uncle, your auntie, your stud cousin, everybody, everybody pulling up, you know, and it was love and still love. Like, I love all my clients, every single last one of them, like, whether they sat in the chair, left, came back, or been here since day one, like, I love all of y'all, there's no love lost or nothing, like, it's always love, like, it just gotta be love, y'all, like, people don't push out love enough. I used to always ask God why he made me so extra loving.
Right.
Said, because you're going to need to spread that one day. All right, cool. But people doing me wrong, but it's okay. Still love. All right.
Hey, but still can't touch
still love. I'ma still love. It feels good to love.
So crazy because like it's only one Wicklady. I don't care if you like I'm from Georgia, so you could be way up there and be like, who did you have? The Wicklady. We don't think about nobody local.
Right.
Nobody. You could call yourself this, that, and the third, but like you said, often imitated. You can never be duplicated. Like, literally.
Yeah, that's why I trademarked the name, because it's like a lot of people, they
playing.
Like, instead of saying, hey, let me come learn for you for good reasons. A lot of girls used to hit me up and be like, oh, Queen, I fuck with you. I love your work. Are you giving classes? And at the time, I wasn't, because I was still trying to figure it out. Like,
right.
Could you imagine? I went viral overnight. God is literally teaching me as I go. And now you asking about classes, but I'm trying to help all the men who need an energy revival. God said, change these black men. I'm not thinking about trying to take the time to teach you. I'm trying to get to the person in the chair. I'm trying to perfect this craft. I'm trying to get this timing down right. I'm trying to be able to move. I'm sleeping and breathing this. Like, y'all just want to come in because you see your favorite rapper or you see a potential baby daddy. Me, I'm trying to do the Lord's work. He said, I'm going to give you what you asked me for. But you got to do what I'm telling you to do. So I'm on tunnel vision right now. My daughter literally went from 6 years old to 20 in a second. I lost my mom in between the process. My dad is now going like, bruh, I eat, sleep, and breathe this, you know? And at the same time, it's like, God said, keep going. There's something else out there. Like, I need you to move. Like, and that's what I'm doing.
Like, you literally be going other places, like all over doing weights.
And if I ain't going, they going anyway. So, you know, I love it. I just thank God every day for that blessing, because I could have been anywhere else. Trust me.
For sure.
The old me, the people who know me. Oh yeah, I'm a thug for real. Before I was the wick lady, I was everything lady. You feel me? For real. Brooklyn born and raised. I gotta feed the family. That's what we doing. But God He's seen otherwise.
Man, I remember my distant family member coming from South Florida. I'm young, and he was young too. But he came from South Florida. I looked at him. I was like, "What is those?"
Yo, I'm telling you.
He was like, what? Everybody got them. I'm like, man, in Georgia, we don't got them.
Yeah, I got family out here, so I've always been back and forth to Florida. And then in New York, you know, we got a lot of Rastafarians. I used to stay right across from Don Juan Studios, so I seen Sizzler and them coming back and forth. I seen, you know, the Jamaicans and the Haitians and stuff like that, but mostly anybody who had it was either a Rasta or a homeless person. So when I came to Florida and I see the whole city, it's like, you ain't even Jamaican. Why you got them? Why you got them? And then I started realizing, like, people like Gunplay, Ball Greasy, like, oh, y'all them gangsters, y'all them boys. Okay. Like, your status level depended on your wig. Like, oh, you a OG. Your body down to the floor. Like, okay, I get it. I get that, because I'm so Brooklyn. I get status. You feel me? Like, so it just started making more sense to me. And I'm like, damn. And then I see other people who still were a part of the cultures. It just was so beautiful, like, to see black men grow so much here. I'm so used to, like you said, the cornrows or the low cut season with the deep waves, pretty boy shit. Like, I see traditional locks, but to see thick, king, mangy, like, bro, you look like a lion. Like, I was so fascinated. I'm still so fascinated, but like, it's been a beautiful educational journey.
And then I be seeing your work, I'm like, man, she make it look so Brazilian, because like, you think of, when most people like, man, I want Wix. You think of Wix, you be like, man, dang, you look like a gangster. But then you look at your work, you